Let's review some basic algebra. When we have an equal sign and you throw terms over, the positive terms switch to become negative. So this positive x becomes a negative x. So we have 2x minus x. And when you take this negative 1 and you throw it over to the other side of this equal sign, the negative 1 becomes a positive 1. So this here is a positive 3, and the negative 1 becomes a positive 1. So 2x minus x is simply 1x, or just x, and 3 plus 1 is 4. So we solved x. The answer is 4. Now let's work on the second question. We have some denominators of 2 and 3. When there's an equal sign, we can simply multiply both sides by the LCM. So we're going to multiply each part by 6. So we're going to multiply by 6. So what ends up happening is we have a 6 times this, 6 times this term here, 6 times this term here, and 6 times this term here. 6 divided by 2 is simply 3, so we have 3x plus 6 times 3 is 18. We have 6 times 3 is 18, and we have an x here. And we have a negative sign. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So all we have to do now is to gather the x's. We have x's here and here. I'm going to throw the 3x over to make it a negative sign. So 18x minus 3x is simply 15x. And we have a positive 18 here, and we're going to add another 2 here. 18 plus 2 is 20. So this expression here quickly simplified because we got rid of the denominators. And now we have x's on one side and numbers on the other, and all we have to do now is to divide both sides by 15. So we have x is equals to 20 over 15. And always reduce. We're going to divide top and bottom by 5. So we have 4 over 3. And that is your final answer. Now when we get a question like this, we can see that some numerator over denominator equals numerator over denominator. We can just simply cross multiply. So what we have here is 3 times x, or 3x, is equals to 5 times 2, which is 10. Divide both sides by the coefficient of x, so we get x is equals to 10 over 3. For the sake of practice, I'm going to try this a different way. We're going to multiply both sides by 5. So the original question was x over 5 equals 2/3. But when you multiply both sides by 5, you can see that the 5's cancel here, and the answer is simply 2 times 5 is 10 over 3. Now what about this question here? 3 over x equals 1/2. Again, we can cross multiply. X times 1 is simply x, and 3 times 2 is 6, and there's your answer. Now for the sake of practice, let's just try multiplying both sides by x. So if you multiply both sides by x, you have the expression x times this term and this term, and you can see that the x's cancel out. So what we have now is 3 is equals to x over 2. Now you can multiply both sides by 2. So 6 is equals to x. You can see that we have the same answer. And now it's your turn. Number 1. Solve 3x plus 2 equals 5x minus 3. Number 2. What's 2 over x? Solve 2 over x equals 4/5. And 3. X over 3 equals 2 over 7. Type your solutions into the comments below.